Hey guys, it's kind of funny that it seems kind of weird. Well, no, I wouldn't necessarily say funny, but it seems kind of weird that, it seems that when it comes to the wrestling insiders, if you will, the people that, report the information about what goes on in places like WWE and AEW as far as like, roster moves, change in plans, things like that. And it's kind of weird that it seems lately that the insiders are miscommunicating a lot of information. I mean, Sean Ross Sapp, who's one of the more reliable insiders in the eyes of many people, basically has had to, as of late, correct the likes of. Hold on for a sec. Like I said, he's had to correct the likes of Mike Johnson, a PW insider, because as I said in one video earlier, it's been this conflicting reports going around about Adam Cole's status, and some are saying or taking basically what Mike Johnson said, a day or so today actually. Right now that I think about it, about Adam Cole's status with WWE, and pretty much saying, oh, Adam Cole's a free agent. Adam Cole is, able to go anywhere he wants. But that's not entirely true, because Sean Ross Sapp had to come out and say, correction, his extension goes till Friday. Now, there's an updated report saying that, courtesy of PW Insider, that after this Friday, Adam Cole's going to be free. He's not going to re-sign with the company or anything. And I look on Twitter, and I have yet to see any confirmation from the likes of a Sean Ross Sapp. Now, Sean may report it later on, either through his Patreons or his elite stuff or whatever, his premium outlets, if you will. But right now, he hasn't said anything. And what's even more interesting is that before this, around the time that previous report came out that got mixed up, Sean actually put out a little bit of a Twitter, if you will, or a tweet, I should say, put out a tweet basically asking people that he, gives information to, not only information he requests from them, but mostly information he gives them and requests that they get it accurate. That, the tweet essentially said that, he wishes for people that, basically report what he reported and given to them as confirmation to get it right. So, yeah, it seems that there's a little bit of confusion going on with the wrestling insiders like Sean Ross Sapp and PW Insider and everything. And to me, it almost sounds like between the two sides, if you will, between the two sides, it seems to me, honestly, it seems to me that between the two sides, Sean Ross Sapp is the more truthful one, and somebody at PW Insider is just in a hurry, is just obsessed with getting Adam Cole out of WWE. They just want him to go to AEW. And they're not allowing the facts to trickle in correctly because they're so determined for that moment to happen that, they just, they just don't want to provide the correct information. Now, I don't know if Mike Johnson did this on accident and he's just determined to do it. I don't know. I don't really, again, what I'm trying to say is I don't know if Mike Johnson did it on accident or if Mike Johnson is just determined to, get the information out the way he wants it because, he doesn't want, Adam Cole to remain in WWE any longer. I don't know. But I can tell you this, it seems that all of this is stemming from something that happened, I guess, recently. And what I mean by recently is during this weekend, and I guess today tonight, if you will, or last night, it seems that something happened at WWE's NXT tapings that I guess kind of may have contributed to perhaps the confusion going on. Because according to, I don't know if it was Sean that reported this or somebody else, but apparently, because they did a comparison between WWE's NXT tapings and Warrior Wrestling. And the comparison they made is that Warrior Wrestling sent employees out to go get a fan that was stranded, not that far away from the venue, to bring them over to watch the event, which shows that wrestling companies like Warrior Wrestling really cares about the fans, really value the fans. But in the case of WWE, the reason they made this comparison is WWE, according to this report, comparison report, basically what they did is they threw a fan out for trying to spoil the NXT tapings, even though the spoilers have already been released. Apparently they caught a fan sending out spoilers to the internet, to the web, if you will, to various, I guess, outlets, and they got kicked out. So I don't know if maybe, and according to the report as well, it seems that that this is just like one of the first steps WWE's taking to crack down on leakers, on basically people that are leaking out information from within the company. So I don't know if maybe something like that is causing the confliction. Like, okay, is it true that Adam Cole is gone? Is he free today? Is he free Friday? I don't know if that's causing confliction with Sean Ross Sapp, or the likes of Sean Ross Sapp or PW Insider. I don't know. But it's interesting when you really think about it. It's interesting. So all I can say is we just got to keep an eye on this Friday, see what happens. If Cole shows up on SmackDown, if you will, and starts playing a major part, then we know he's resigned. And if he doesn't, and we start seeing, as I said earlier in the video, the vignettes for him to show up at All Out for AEW, starting not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow and a week from this Friday, then we will know that he's no longer, I should say, with the company. But we'll have to be patient and see what direction he goes in. But again, the conflicting information, in my opinion, I think it all stems also from the fact that you have, reports coming out now that WWE is cracking down on information being leaked out or given out by various sources from within the company. And a good example of that is a fan being kicked out of NXT tapings for trying to supply spoilers, from what I understand. But what do you guys think? What do you think about this confliction of reports, between the likes of Sean Ross Sapp, PW Insider and all that, as far as like something like Adam Cole is concerned? What are your thoughts on it overall? How do you feel about WWE starting to crack down on the leaks and everything, especially starting with, let's say, removing a fan from the NXT tapings for trying to send spoilers? Let me know what your thoughts are. Comment down below, like the video. Let me know what your thoughts are in the live chat during the premiere, and I'm out.